it a little bit. I had an extra battery in my pocket and it fell out while I was doing my warm-up, so I had to turn around, go back and find it. There he is. Oh, I guess that's important too. We'll take him. Look at that. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. The ground's wet, so that's fun. We're in the woods. This is where I feel like home. Hiking or rucking in the military as part of like a unit program, it's very different. Very different than what I'm doing right now. This is relaxing. It can be challenging if I want it to be. I can back off if I want to back off. But when you hike with your unit, you have to show up about 3 hours before you're actually going to start your hike. Sometimes you have to do a weapons draw at the armory. You have to get accountability of all your gear, all your personnel, report all that to someone like 15 times to make sure that everything is accounted for, that all the serial numbers are down, we've got the right number of people, and that they are where they're supposed to be. And while you're doing that, you're trying to make sure that you don't have to go to the bathroom. You're trying to make sure you've warmed up properly. And then usually for like battalion or company movements, you'll step off, and within the first half mile, everyone will stop and do what's called a 2-minute gear check. And that's to make sure that any issues that you're experiencing in those first couple hundred yards can be addressed. Not you're tired, not your feet hurt. Those, you can address those on your own time. But if your pack straps aren't right, they're uneven, maybe something's fallen out of your pack, maybe your shoe's untied, those kinds of things are what you're going to address at the 2-minute gear check. And then most of the time, I don't know what doctrine states, but most of the time you're only going to stop one more time during that hike, during that movement, and that is at the halfway point. So you're hiking. If you have a 10-mile hike, you're going to stop right around the 5-mile mark, usually for 10 minutes, so that you can relieve yourself, use the restroom if you need to, grab a little snack out of your pack, drink. You should be drinking water the whole time you're hiking, because most unit hikes, they require that you have your camelback with the hose sticking out so that you can drink while you're walking. But if you need to refill your camelback, or you need to change your socks because they're wet, you need to patch up a blister or something like that, your halfway mark break is the time to do that, and you better move quick, because once they say get your packs on, that means you have 2 minutes left until we start moving again. So you better get your pack on, start cinching that sucker down, and get your feet moving again, so you're not starting out cold from 10 minutes of sitting or laying on the ground or whatever, trying to rest. And then you hike back, and usually it's a straight shot. There have been very few unit hikes where we stopped more than once, and those were 10+ mile hikes typically. Now, the frequency with which a unit hikes depends on its mission and the motivation of the CO typically. I've been to units where I didn't hike once in 3 years unless I put a pack on myself and went and did it. I've been to units where we hiked every week. I'm gonna let you guess which one of those was an infantry battalion. If you're feeling particularly frisky, you can add a little jog or shuffle into your hike and get your heart rate up. I'm doing this because my hands are freezing and I need to get circulation back into them. So we're gonna run for a little bit. These are the kinds of woods I grew up playing in, and I would have built a fort right there and right there, and right there under those evergreens. All these logs would have been turned into a fort for sure. Now I don't want to keep my sweatshirt on much longer. I've got my core body temperature up and I can feel my hands starting to warm up. When your extremities, your toes and your hands and your fingers start to get warm, that means your body's not feeling like it's in danger of hypothermia anymore, and it's starting to push blood back out to the extremities. So I've done a little run, walk, run. I think I'm gonna have to stop here soon, get a couple sips of water, and take my sweatshirt off. But we'll go another 5-10 minutes, and I think I'll be good with that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't know where this trail leads. I'm just glad there's a trail. We're just gonna follow it until it's done, I guess. Well, there's a smell from my childhood. I smell a water treatment plant. Ah, I knew it. That's what I thought. Yep. We're gonna go the opposite direction. My inner child's so happy right now because I'm literally just walking around the woods exploring places I've never been before. Oh geez. Well, that's gonna be fun. Mud. Well, that was fun. Got a beautiful, beautiful sun. That's my favorite sun over there. I am way closer to civilization than I thought. And I should have went down Sewer Trail, I think. But hey, we'll hit it next time. That's next, maybe next week's adventure. Seeing what's at the end of Sewer Trail. I love hiking in rough terrain, hills and rocks and boulders and mud. What doesn't love it though are the completely smooth soles of my boots. I should probably get new hiking boots. I've been watching a lot of the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel recently, and what it's done for me is, one, it's super relaxing to watch. I love watching him go through all the different environments and camp and build shelters and fires and stuff. I learn a lot. But now every time I see a bird when I'm walking, I'm like, oh, a ptarmigan. Oh, look, a ptarmigan. Oh man, that ptarmigan would be delicious if I had my 22. Luke loves some ptarmigan. On the last little stretch, I think I'm gonna try to jog it out until I get to the end. You can call me crazy, but I think everyone who is able and recommended by a doctor should do some sort of movement with weight on their back, or maybe a weight vest once or twice a month at least. Even if you're just walking real slow, something lower impact. It helps build a lot of stability and a lot of endurance in your lower body. Strengthen your back. I mean, you should be lifting weights too, but can be good for you, for sure. Can be good. If you are able-bodied enough to throw 20, 30, 40 pounds on your back and go walking. It's a good time. It's a good time. And it's okay to get uncomfortable every now and then, you know? And after a couple miles, this isn't very comfortable anymore. So, helps you feel alive, helps you feel like you can do anything the rest of the day. Ah, dang it. Look. 3.1. We almost walked pi. We almost walked 3.14 miles. Alright, well, I feel pretty good. Not so smoke checked that I can't function during the day, but also I feel like my legs got a good workout, especially going up and down those hills. And according to my watch, my heart was working pretty hard most of that time, so not too bad. Get out there and move, or you'll face the disappointed dad face.